Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to Starcom. I have added a couple of small wings to the end here. Those are technically a void control surface, right? Increase the vessel's speed in deep space. So as we go out into deep space, we're going to have just a little bit better speed there, but it looks a little bit interesting. I kind of like it. And today, we're going to start things off right away by going after the baddies. We are going to go pick a fight. You might remember from the last video, we got the Codex Shape 2. We want to go get that, but we're going to take down the Red Raider region here. At least this first region here for this is what we want to go to first, okay? So let's just go back, just go a little bit further. There we go. And we're going to go over to this wormhole gateway. And we're going to flip ourselves around, and we're going to head towards that terrestrial planet, that unscanned planet here. I'm pretty excited to put these new weapons to the test. Now, they're not Mark II plasmas. I wasn't paying attention. It was pointed out in the comments. There you go. It happens all the time. I wasn't paying attention to the actual DPS of those two guns. The differences in guns. I was only paying attention to the details it was saying up here, which is essentially damage, fire rate, and the HP that the units have. And it didn't seem like it was much more advantageous, at least, to use the Mark IIs over just having two Mark Is. But in actual fact, if you were to look at the DPS that was offered by those, well, we just had, what was that? There was like a, maybe there wasn't anything. It looked kind of like things started coming into range here, like a blue light almost around us, which was interesting. Anyway, DPS is better on the Mark IIs. There is a reason to use them, and we will once we have the materials. I'm hoping that after we kill all these raiders, we're gonna have a whole bunch of ship wreckage to go after here. Ooh, how far can I shoot? I think I can get that station just a little bit closer. They're right there. That should be good enough. There we go. So we can start hitting this station now. And there's more ships over there. There they are. They're coming at me. We got those guys wiped out. Yep. We can just basically sit here and shoot. There we go. I got to take out the one with the range first here. Not really super bothered by just standing here. I realize I'm a bigger target, but it's fine. I can shoot forever if I do this, and I kind of like that right now. Although my hull is getting pretty hit. I probably should move a little bit. There we go. All right. Let's move over here. 78% on the hull. I know. People who are playing this game are probably just like, why isn't he moving? I honestly didn't. I wanted to kind of see how I'd do if I just stood there. How well can we actually, fight with this, right? Let's take down... I almost feel like taking down the little ones is probably a good idea too. Just because it just reduces how much damage they can actually fire at me at once. The big ship only has so many guns. There's a lot of these little ones out here. All right, and I do want to also move around and make sure I'm getting all the parts that are breaking off of these guys too. There we go. All right, let's get battle stations. Maybe we can get some extra all hands on deck. We can get some stuff repaired a little bit faster. There we go. We can shoot a little bit faster. All that stuff seems really nice. Yes, it does. We're at 100%. I also wanted to try out the battle stations thing too, and that actually was super effective at repairing the ship. That was really cool. So it does more than I thought it would, so I can wait a little longer to use it next time, because it definitely repaired things faster than I thought it would. All right, there we go. Still able to hit the guy. Just a little bit further away. Ooh, can't quite get to him here. Let's whip around. There we go. I got him now. He's done. All right. And we'll get a little bit closer there. This guy here too. Yeah, I shoot a little bit faster than you do. There we go. He's down. And then last guy right here. I don't know if it's the last one. There might be more of them, but this is the last in the little group here that was guarding this world. Whatever they're guarding. All right, so I think... Yeah, there we go. So let's just collect all the debris. if there's any more out here, we should probably just take a quick second and look around. We also want to let the battle stations thing kind of recharge. We can use it as many times as we want. It has a cooldown. There we go. All right, gas giants are usually 99% hydrogen. This giant is mostly helium, suggesting that this planet underwent partial fusion at some point. Ooh, that is pretty damn interesting. I wonder what would cause a gas giant to undergo fusion. Huh? I mean, I'm not as versed in spacey stuff like that, like not to that level. So if anyone in the comments wants to, you know, Google that and then come into the comments and act like you do already, that'd be great. Remember that weird void drag effect I mentioned? I calculated the tangent at peak Bureau and wind space. Kind of went away a little bit fast for me. All right, more fighting. Here we go. Let's take him out. Yep, shoot him, shoot, 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 shoot. Here we go, turn it around. Very good. Just pelting them with pellets right here. Phaser plasma pellets. Plasma beams. Hey, you. Quit shooting me. There we go. Let's just get up here a little bit. Maybe we can get some of that debris too. Oh, are they? I think those are our friends, is it? Those guys look like friendlies. All right, there we go. All right, took care of all those guys. That's a lot of aluminum we're getting. I'm kind of excited about the prospect of maybe trading at some point here and getting some more gold. Could upgrade my engines. I'm a little slow. I feel like I'm a little slow. And definitely getting the bigger guns too. But I want to go faster because it means I can, you know, research and I can, you know, actually go after things and search this area a little bit quicker too. Not just in fights and maneuverability, but also just in general exploration. It would be nice to... Ooh. Ooh. Was that thing headed for me? Oh, there we go. Yeah, that thing needs to die right there. Am I getting it? I think I'm... Yeah, there we go. Now I can get just a little bit... Oh, hang on. Yep, they want to fight too. Okay. Here we go. That station just blew up. That's awesome. Look at the explosions. I think they did a really cool job on the graphics here, especially with like explosion effects and stuff. I think they did a fantastic job with that stuff. All right, I do want to get in here and gather up the goods. There we go. There's my friends, the Emir defenders, coming in here to just help me clear things out. I appreciate the assist, fellas. There we go. Get a little bit of that stuff too. Okay. No anomalies detected. Now, I think these guys, they take aluminum as their form of payment, don't they? So if I can trade him... Oh, these guys want copper. Okay, never mind. I mean, I can maybe trade you some aluminum for copper. I think I'll wait. That's fine. Okay. Well, in that case, let's send a survey team down to terrestrial M1 and see what happens. There's also a little bit more. There's another destroyer over that way we got to take a look at. So what looked like a small spaceport from low orbit turns out to be a fully automated manufacturing facility. Tracked robots carry ore from the nearby hills into a refinery connected to the main structure. A partially assembled Red Raider drone is being assembled on the launch pad. You can have the team investigate the facility carefully. Somewhat easy. Team tactics modifier is going to let us have just a little bit of an easier chance at doing that. All right, let's check it out and see what happens. All right, so seamlessly cheers the area and plans out a path that will allow a quick retreat. You got a 55% for that because there are plus 10 bonus. But the caution seems to have been unnecessary. The facility oddly has no ground defenses. After gaining entry, the team is able to explore freely. Wow. The process that creates the drone parts is very advanced. It's probably capable of automating almost any machine production. Oh, complex is old, but well maintained by robots and scarce sentience. Sorry, let me repeat that. But well maintained by robots of scarce sentience who ignore the team's movements. From inside, they can see processed ore turned into advanced ship components. With the team's unfettered access to the systems, it seems like it should be simple to shut down the production. So we're going to shut down the facility. We're going to get some aluminum, titanium, deuterium, That's also an achievement to shut down the Raider facility, so that's cool. With the production halted, the team is able to help themselves to the process door. Excellent. All good things. All good things. Let's go ahead and take down one of these destroyers. Unless my friends do it for me here. Make sure I don't hit my friends. There we go. And they're done. All done. All right, so now if we just clean up the trash, right? Like any additional raiders that are around here by chance, we'll just make sure that we take them down. If we take a look at our quest log, though, Codex shape is there, deep space gravity, so that's done. The stuff with the raiders is done. Red Raider region, yep. That's completely complete, yeah. All right, so deep space gravity's on there now. We calculated the approximate origin of the drag effect located in there, and we're tracking the map. And then the Codex shape has given us the coordinates of a nearby wormhole gateway. That's the next thing I wanted to do, is I wanted to get to that other gateway. Milton found it because of the toy, remember? That is located here, right there. And then there's the other one, and then there's the deep space gravity that we saw earlier. And you know what? I actually marked that custom. It's here, is the coordinates that they, they're saying it's coming from after they analyzed the data. But we felt it, and I marked it as a note right here. So, I mean, that's pretty close to, if they didn't give me the coordinates on investigating it, I would at least kind of know where to go because of the ability to make your own notes. I really like that. That's really awesome. Okay, I want to go, I think back to the wormhole is probably where we want to go. I don't think anything else is here to explore. This one is no anomalies, orange star. Yeah, nothing like that. So we're going to head back to the wormhole gateway. And then from there, we will go to the Codex shape, which of course also has the wormhole gateway. And then I think from there, maybe we'll find some cool people to trade with, maybe. I was also informed in the comments, and this is good. Keep them coming. If you got tips, just don't put any spoilers. That's all I ask. They said you found that derelict ship. I should have destroyed it because then I could harvest it, right? Like get the materials from it. And I was like, yeah, for sure. Like I should have done that. So if I do run into that again, or if I figured out where it is on the map again, which I think it should be located. I thought it was over here, but it might be in a different area. Either way though, if I find it again, wherever that derelict ship is, I didn't scan that one even, then yeah, Raider debris, maybe that's it. Nah, I don't think so. There was a place over here somewhere where that derelict ship is, and I'm hoping it's marked on the map somewhere, because I would like to go back and blow it up and harvest it if I could. Yeah, that seems like a good idea here. They're making an effort to flatter us by using our language, but it's just confusing the translator. Okay, so I decided to come back over here where the asteroids were, just to shoot some rocks for a little bit to get some resources. And upon going over here, our old friends at the CXTA, whether or not you've seen them before, I haven't seen the last video. I'm sorry. Anyway, Commander Pryor, we have heard that Fedora explores many sectors, even off the main routes. We have a replacement delivery for a carrier that has gone missing, and the destination is off our route. Is your Lance unhired? What's the delivery? Medical supplies. Nothing restricted, all above the table, as you say. A colony has had an outbreak of gallium crystal parasites. Not dangerous to carbon life. Ensign Triton, with his xenoculture insight, says, no deception indicators in the translation matrix, but I'm 90% sure fear of infection is the reason they don't want to make the delivery. All right, how much would you pay us? 50% of our commission, 10 units of gold. We have no modifier here, but we could attempt to negotiate a better percentage anyway. Oh, maybe. We do enjoy negotiations in good faith, but your negotiator's inflections tip your hand. You are too curious to turn this down. So you need to score higher than a 62 then. All right, we'll do it. Fine. Very good. Transferring cargo to your hold now and transmitting delivery coordinates. Find any CXTA agent after delivery for payment. Okay, so maybe we'll have a problem with this, and we should probably do this delivery now so that it's not in our cargo for any longer than we need it to be. Sorry. So it's way down here. Yeah, okay, we're gonna go to the wormhole gateway, and I think we just book it here. Or actually, we could just go back to Starcom base. Do we want to take a potentially hazardous thing back to the Starcom base? For analysis? Maybe. Let's take a look at our cargo. So we have the CXTA medicine container. We should probably analyze that. Organic compounds useful for synthesizing a wide range of medical treatments for silicon-based life forms. Okay, so this is medicine. They're not worried about getting infected because of the cargo. They're worried about getting infected because of the destination. That makes way more sense. Okay, I gotcha. And then we also found an orange glyph sphere while I was shooting rocks. I wanted to look at that too. Covered with raised glyphs in an unknown language. We get 15 points for that. It says analysis shows that the markings are something of a hybrid between a natural language and a machine language. Possibly this object was used to instruct an AI. Okay, so we're actually not at risk of anything for this. I think if I'm role-playing it though, we would probably want to send the medicine. Oh, we're going this way. I would probably want to send the medicine to these sick people before I go to some random coordinates that physical puzzle revealed to me, right? Like some mystery in the void probably is a lower priority, I would think, than sick population. So tell you what we'll do though. We're gonna go back over here. We're gonna get right back over here first though. I want to go back to the station, see if there's any upgrades I can do with the resources that I have. And I'm also gonna go into planning mode and just kind of get that plan in place so that I can see more clearly what resources I need to upgrade my ship to the plans. Because I actually don't have that, you know, in there yet. So we have 3 gold, I have 37 deuterium, I have 20 titanium, which is not a lot. I have a lot of aluminum though. It'd be really nice to find somebody. Oh, I have to report to operations before I can depart. Really? I'm trapped into this. Okay. Commodore Yu. I just read Lieutenant Avery's mission report on the Raider factory. Excellent work. There's still an open question as to whether the appearance of these raiders was somehow caused by our presence or is coincidental to it. But the important thing is that the threat is less pressing. Again, good work by you and your crew. Thank you, sir. I want to go really quick. I don't think I can trade these guys. I want to go really quick over to Lelethia just to see if there is any trading that I can do with them. Maybe I don't know if they'll take aluminum. And I forgot actually who takes aluminum. There was I thought it was the Emir, but actually, you know what? It's actually, I think it's back there. Yeah. Wait. Let's go back there. Let's go back to where the asteroids are, because I think they are the ones that take aluminum, and I'd love to get some titanium. And also, I believe it's gold. Let's just make sure. I believe it's gold. We're gonna go into planning mode really quick, and we'll just get that done so I don't have to worry about it anymore. So planning mode is what I'm in. Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're going to take off the engines. And we're going to put on the Mark II engines instead. These are much bigger engines. Very, very big engines. Lots more thrust involved there. Then we're going to remove these. And you can see how it changes. You can go back in the video if you want to. You can see how it changes the DPS. That was something I wasn't paying attention to before. So now we're up to 14, almost 15 DPS there. And then we can put in the mini deflectors again. I think we'll probably go ahead and put them there. Yep, and then also there. And with that kind of I mean, this is kind of overkill for the ship being this size. Maybe it looks a little bit weird to do that. We could also go in and have just extra bulkheads, I suppose, along the sides here. I don't know if I want to do that. Kind of want to change how that shape sort of flows in here. Maybe we go a half deflector here instead. That looks a little bit better, doesn't it? Like that. And then we can always shift the engines to the outside too. But we're getting danger close to like actually having a, you know, an Enterprise starship here from Star Trek here. We're getting real close to doing that, aren't we? You know, just a little bit here, and then, you know, got our rear nacelles there, and then we just kind of go forward and make a bigger area right here. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll just play this one down a little bit here though, and we'll go with armor, half deflector on this side like this, and half deflector on this side, yep, like this. Yeah, I think it'll probably be closer to that. This still looks pretty good, and it's got a lot more propulsion, a lot more firepower in that, and still the micro reactors are still there. They generate, how much do they generate? Ship's baseline power system. It doesn't say, but reserves peak drain is 15 gigajoules, and we can only produce 7.5. So with these the propulsors here, our energy production actually does not exceed our ability. So we will run out of energy if we were to fire everything and be moving around and stuff. So in that case, we would want to get another reactor here, I would think. If you place another reactor here, it's going to help a little bit, but I'm thinking maybe we can have it help even more by just having a little bit of energy storage as well in the center there. It looks kind of interesting. And then, of course, we still want our survey lander. And I guess we could put it in the back like that. How about this? Let's pull this back out. Let's go here. Another microreactor here. Yeah, I like this a little bit better. And then instead of the bulkheads, we just attach the engines directly to... right here. We attach the engines directly to those. And then we put the survey lander in the middle there. That looks pretty cool. As your ship gets larger, you may find it useful to move specific blocks of modules around. Yes, that's what I've been doing. Very good. So we're going to have an extra battery here, which is nice. And then 4 reactors. We can almost generate enough production for our peak draw. So we're going to have to dip into the batteries a little bit there as we go. But otherwise, we'll be really in good shape for being able to move around and do stuff. I like that a lot. So this is the ship we're going to be doing here. And I guess what we'll do is we'll save the design for the ship. We're going to have it set as a resource. Go if checked, the resources needed to build will be shown in the trade window. Yes, okay, that's what I want. So this is going to be Fedora v3. There we go. Save Fedora v3 is what we'll do. Okay, current ship design deficit, correct, or revert the ship for departure. We'll do that too. So revert the ship. There we go, and then we can depart. So now every time we go into a trade window, it should tell us what our resource deficit is that's preventing us from building that ship. And that's going to be a way better ship than what we've got going on right now. So what I want to do is go back over to that spot right there. And we're going to head over to this planet. Remember, this is the place where that comet hit me. And there's all those asteroids. Wait, I think it's down. It's a little lower, I think, yeah. We'll come down there. Oh, Whiskamug is over there. I didn't really realize I would see Whiskamug over here, but I am. And it looks like the rocks do appear anyway to respawn, at least a little bit, because I was clearing this area out of rocks. I feel like this thing's gonna come and hit me again, isn't it? Yeah, very close. There it is. Right there. Yeah, so I can do this again. See, Whiskamug is over here. I don't know what Whiskamug is doing over here, but I'd ask him. Maybe I should ask him. Maybe he'll have something different to say if I see him over in this area. If he's willing to hang around a little bit. It looks like he's not traveling too fast for me to catch him. Let's real quick, we'll deploy that survey team. Yeah, he's right here. So we'll deploy the survey team for a second. Get our trades in, and then maybe we can talk to him again. So we're going to see the traders' prices. They take aluminum. That's what I was hoping for. So now we have a need tab, and this shows us what we need. So if I wanted to buy, like, say, 100 titanium, that's going to cost me a lot more aluminum than I can afford. So we're not going to be able to do that, but maybe I'll buy 50 of it. I'm also going to need some copper, so we'll get a little bit of that. And we want to get some gold. And now I need to kind of pull back on the titanium a little bit, don't I? I really can't afford to buy everything. So I suppose maybe we go a little bit lighter here. And if they have a lot of gold, man, I would love to have enough to buy all this stuff. We'll get just a little bit more. Yeah, that's about it. So we can't afford to buy much more than this. And that puts us way over our price. Yeah, I can't afford to buy iridium. So this gets us closer, much closer to our goal of what we need. And yeah, right about here. So that we're only gonna have 4 aluminum left after this. But again, much closer to our goal of being able to build that ship. So very cool. Now we just need to keep on keeping on and try to earn up more aluminum, which we get a lot of when we take people down. Ah, it is excellent to see you again, friend of Whiskamug. And of course we can trade him. We have Deuterium, which has a pretty good trade value over here. So maybe we swap out some of our Deuterium that we happen to have, and we can get some more titanium from you here. Let's say maybe we go, how about 80? That uses all of it. I'm pretty sure I need some. Yeah, I'm not seeing what we need for Deuterium. It pulls it away from this tab, so I can't tell what quantity I need here. Maybe it does. Plasma. So I mean, it's gonna take 22, right? So I need 44 total. Yeah. So I can't really afford to give this guy any. So never mind. Okay, I'm officially going on the mission now, and we're gonna start by going to the codex shape. I think first we'll investigate this. Although I did say roleplay, we would go medical first, right? That makes more sense. To be fair, the codex shape is kind of on the way. So we could go there, and then from here we take our deep space trip, you know, over to where we need to be. So let's just go that way first. And there's also another star right there. Whoa, there's a bunch of planets really close to this too. That's kind of nifty. All right, let's we'll go ahead and scan the gas giant, go ahead and scan its moon, which looks like we could potentially land there. It does looks fairly hospitable. Oceanic planet. All right, survey team away. Let's go see what this is. It seems some climate disaster in the past century caused much of the surface of this planet to flood. Judging from the visible technology, the planet was in a pre-space era. The team lands atop one of the few tall structures to protrude above the sea surface, within which the anomaly signal originates. Ensign Gleese examines the architecture. A trap door suddenly opens, plunging them into the briny water. Before the team can react, they are dragged off into a submerged building by crab-like creatures wielding some kind of spear guns. Fortunately, Ensign Gleese's suit telemetry shows that they are unhurt and still with several hours of oxygen. Okay, we can have Ensign Triton try to negotiate with the aliens. We gotta actually get a modifier for that. So we could try to use our superior technology to attempt a rescue, but we have a modifier for this, and I kind of like the idea of peace. We come in peace, right? So let's try this. 84 seems good, right? 99 actually with the modifier. Sweet. Via the Universal Translator, Ensign Triton establishes that the trap was meant for members of a rival group. Realizing the technological difference is not in their favor, the aliens are quite happy to release Ensign Gleese, along with a gift of some aluminum. Ah, very nice. Very nice. I always like the peaceful solution, huh? Yeah, it's how very Star Trek of us, huh? Always looking for the peaceful solution to this, if we can, right? Okay, let's try to communicate with them. All right, let's head up to this rock up here that's not scanned yet, and then oh. Deja vu. These containers have similar markings to the ones spilled. Oh, shit. I'm looking up here instead of here. Oh, no. Similar markings to the ones that have spilled by the Maya. So they explode? Do they explode? I mean, they kind of look like they explode, but I don't know if they explode bigly. There's also some resources to gather from these. Yeah, Starcom components. Interesting. Well, let's go scavenge these then. Sure. Let's bring them in. It doesn't look like they're gonna like explode huge, so that's good. You got some deuterium there. Oh yeah. Let's get the stuff. Oh, that one's getting away. Let's not let that one get away. There we go. Nothing in it though. We'll come back over here. Man, space is a real silent place without these red raiders around. It is nice to... Oh, yeah, that one definitely would have been... Oh, boy. We're having a fireworks show now. Okay, so some of these are definitely more volatile than others, and we want to stay away from them. And if we can get that one right there to explode... It's hard to hit. There we go. Yeah, some of these are going to be just bigger. Or they're going to be hazardous there. All this little fire and stuff can get my ship... Or can catch my ship on fire, too. Just a little bit. We'll be able to, you know, repair it, but still. Okay, a little bit more resources there. That's nice. Some aluminum. So there's just a variety of different substances in these. Now we can send a survey team down to this one, too. Let's take a look and see what happens. Maybe it'll give us an explanation of what these crates are for. Several hundred square kilometers of this planet's surface are scarred with meteor impact craters. Most of the craters have little to no debris, the meteorite having vaporized on impact. But in some, a chunk of the slag remains. The team conducts a series of short flights in the lander, easily gathering them up. Cool, we got some stuff. And her astroscience insight, these are obviously the result of the debris fields orbiting this star. Very cool. Well, we want to get as much of this stuff as possible, but we also don't want to explode ourselves. So we're going to keep our distance a little bit here. We'll explode a few of them. I'm not sure if the color of the crate is any indication of its stability or what's in it. Because they are slightly different colors, if you can see in the game. Some of them are greenish. Some of them are like a gray. There's a couple that have red. There's some that like have these brighter lights on them, it seems. And again, I'm not sure which ones are which in terms of whether they're going to be hazardous or not, but I think I'm going to explode them all and take all of the stuff that's inside. Now, any of them that will allow me to take their stuff, I will. I wish my tractor beam was a little bit further, longer range. Might look at doing that next. Just not having to go as far to get stuff would be cool. Maybe being able to get 3 at a time would be cool. Because I can right now only grab 2 at a time. It's not a huge deal. It just takes a little extra time. I can't just zip through things. There we go. And I'll just keep doing that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm leaving that area where all the meteor and stuff, meteor crates and stuff were. But while we were doing that, I also picked up an extra little bit of cargo here, Starcom components. Let's analyze those and see what they are. This is a device for controlling xenium reactions. Since this is our own technology, we're not likely to learn much scientifically from the debris. Okay, so no science from your own stuff. That makes total sense. I've seen this kind of controller used by the military division in some research projects. Extremely high energy, but impractical as a weapon. Okay, cool. Tactics. Highlight, investigate. What's this? What is this? Highlight, investigate. What does that do? Does it change the display on anything? I don't really see much for changing here. I guess it kind of... Yeah, it sort of makes these little circles pop out, I suppose. Okay. So does this... I would assume then that this area here means that we haven't fully investigated those systems. Because there's this desert planet that's unscanned, it's still doing this. That was the part that was a little bit confusing to me. And then we are now arriving near the yellow star, which is what I'm all on about here. That's why I've had the autopilot going to. And so that makes sense. So anything that's doing this on the map now, it means I haven't fully investigated everything in that area. Okay, cool. So no anomalies here, but the planet is periodically swept with sandstorms where individual particles break the sound barrier, creating an audible crackle. By audible, I mean producing vibrations we can detect from space via refraction. So we get to get a little bit of science for that as well. A real quick check of my crew. Did I get... not yet, but I would love to get, I think, some more xenoculture. That was actually quite helpful. I think maybe getting some more astroscience on somebody, right? Just for getting more resources if possible. If that is, in fact, the benefit of doing so. I don't actually know if I'm correct on that benefit, but... okay, so we want to go to this terrestrial planet right here. So let's head over that way. There's also a flinger here, which I'm hoping sends me directly over here where I need to go, but we'll see. All right, let's go ahead and scan this. and send down the survey team, which was, yeah, I could see that coming. It's a terrestrial planet, so. An ancient stone pyramid rises out of the thick mountain jungle. Its entrance is mostly overgrown, but easily detected by the lander scanners. At one point, the interior was equipped with sophisticated technological furnishings. She says the academy was dedicated to the study of the wormhole gateways. They made some dramatic insights shortly before research stopped abruptly. Okay. Anyway, equipped with sophisticated technological furnishings. In other words, whoever was here was researching this technology and then decided to just cold stop, right? So that's interesting. Most of which has been stripped away by looters or archaeologists. Some documents stored in low-res holographic crystals remain. As Ensign Triton explains, this was an academic institution devoted to the study of the remnants and their artifacts. I wonder why they stopped. Maybe they got really scared. You know, it's possible. So it looks like this is all... Yeah, there's no more circle. Really? I didn't do that one all the way either? Okay, maybe that's because of... That's... Like, maybe it's because it's a trade thing. We'll see. Where does this take me? I wonder. Let's find out. It does not appear to be going entirely the correct direction, but maybe there's another one here that'll take me down here. All right, a whole new system to explore once again. This game just keeps going, and I mean, I showed you there's a lot of space. The map is huge, so there's a lot of stuff to cover, a lot of exploration to do, and I love it. It's kind of like a No Man's Sky thing where you just keep going, and there's always another planet to look at you haven't been to before. Except I don't believe this is like procedurally generated or anything. This pyramid once was sealed with a heavy block several meters thick, but sometime in the past century, someone cut through it. Inside are signs of relatively sophisticated technology, as well as tools for fine stone and metalwork. After studying the equipment and surviving writings, Ensign Triton concludes that this structure was occupied by a group toward the end of the Fallen Empire, dedicated to the preservation of knowledge about remnant artifacts. Their goal apparently was creating low-tech static information storage systems, such as physical objects that could encode information, possibly to allow reconstruction of information in the event of technological collapse. Kind of like some stuff that we do, I suppose. Human beings have some of that. We've now cataloged structures of similar style across multiple planets. While many civilizations build pyramids, this distinctive relief is unusual and strongly points to construction by common... I don't know why I stumbled on that word, but like my brain just had a fart and I was like, I don't know how to say that word. Faceting. I don't know how to say that word. Okay, so R3, R1, H1, terrestrial M2, and a CXTA hauler, which I don't believe is the proper hauler for us to get to, but you know what? Why don't we tag that hauler and see if by talking to these guys, maybe we can convince them to make our delivery for us, since they are nearby. We'll also go ahead and scan that planet while we're over here too. All right, let's first we'll go ahead and talk to these guys. This is 6 to 1572. We are carrying authorized cargo only. Our manifests have been logged with the Trade Guild. This is something they just say in case we're pirates. They're like, yes, we only have authorized cargo. We are just traders. We're just haulers. We don't trade, and we've already logged our cargo. This is the Trade Guild setup. I told you we're only carrying authorized cargo, nothing off the books, nothing to trade. Yeah, they don't actually trade. Okay, so we're gonna go and send the survey team down to this planet as well. Whee! Let's see what they see. The team lands in a small clearing on the edge of a vast forest that spans much of the planet's temperate region. Biosignatures are so strong and diverse, it's not immediately clear what tripped the anomaly detection algorithm, but the signal was quite strong. We don't have a good modifier for this, though. Attempt to identify what triggered the anomaly. I mean, maybe we roll really well, but we already have a negative 15 modifier on this. Okay. Well, you can give it a shot, but it's not likely to happen. Oh, wow, that's a horrible roll. Evidently, Cadet Red identifies that the signal is overhead, somewhere high up in the canopy. Using a ballistic belay, she ascends almost 80 meters to where they report a spectacular view and a clutch of some very interesting brightly colored eggs. Suddenly, the silence is interrupted by a minute of loud commotion, followed by the whiz of a barely controlled descent. Oh boy, that sucks. The eggs are not eggs at all, but empty shells. It is likely that they are laid as a decoy for the real nest, possibly even used as a bait for egg-stealing scavengers. A large predatory avian creature with enormous talons, a pterodactyl basically, had surprised them during analysis of the curious eggs. Unfortunately, her envirosuit was able to protect their vital organs. They probably could have avoided injury entirely if they had descended immediately rather than waiting for the egg scan to be complete. Okay, well, we didn't get anything on that, but our crew did get some experience, and she was injured for a little bit, so that's okay. We got, we're not really doing anything that really demands her to have full health at the moment, although she is on the expedition team, so I suppose there is a chance that she could get injured again. This structure is a crude facsimile of the remnant gateways. Crude compared to the remnants. I mean, it would be a major engineering feat for Starcom. No anomalies here at all. There is a flinger down here. And then, of course, this is what he's talking about is this portal here, so we can investigate that. So this large artifact is quite advanced, but it is at least within the technological space we can comprehend. Glyphs on the structure's surface translate to heretic portal. There is an interface for remote access, but the directions for access seem to be encrypted. And our engineering insight says that we have stochastic analysis suggesting one-time pad encryption. We won't break it without the key. Okay. So we need a key to access this one. Fine. Maybe we'll find the key somewhere else. We have a couple of other planets to explore here. Rocky R3 and then the flingers over there. Let's we'll go ahead and do that. If anything interesting happens, I'll cue you back in. Otherwise, we're gonna go in that flinger and see if we can't get closer to that medical colony. Okay, so the very first rocky planet does actually have something. We'll take a look. A large antenna structure is the only technological object on this rocky planet. Sensors detect regular long-range transmissions of unknown content. The outside surface is covered in glyphs that the universal translator interprets as roughly meaning sincere warning, danger on opening, high energy risk from tampering. Scans detect platinum and copper. Xenoculture Insight suggests that the translator is off on this one. It's closer to devout warning, heretic portal opening monitor, attack response on tamper detection. We can have Ensign Gleesh try to analyze the antenna's purpose. We have a little bit of a positive modifier for trying that with engineering skills. So let's just see if that roll works. The antenna is monitoring a space-based structure in this star system. It is also transmitting regular information via subspace to some unknown distant receiver. While it consumes a moderate amount of power, there's little danger to anyone with even basic electrical safety skills. Okay, cool. I mean, we can dismantle it. I'd love to know what's going on with it, but maybe dismantling it will trigger something. The team is able to extract a significant amount of copper and modest amounts of platinum from the antenna. Predictably, it stops broadcasting at some point during the operation. Yeah, of course it does. All right, so the last place to go, with the exception of this flinger, which is also a big question mark now, is Rocky R1. So that is the next place we will go. However, there it is. Something has to happen. We've messed with things, right? You have the markings of the blasphemer who scrapped forbidden relics from sacred worlds. Oh no, it was that thing we did. You are condemned as the heretics of the Empire to burn. Make your choice. Accept the blessing of the remnants and become one in understanding, or reject them and perish here. Okay. I don't know what you think we did. We do not give in to threats. We love the remnants and are 100% ready to convert to whatever it is you believe in. I actually like this answer. Are you asking us to convert or die, or to convert and then die? I actually like the second answer. Yeah, we're 100% ready to convert to whatever it is you believe in. It takes wisdom and faith to accept your fate so readily. Be assured that the remnants shall therefore show you the light of their path. Is this a good way for... They're going to fire upon me, aren't they? They're going to fight me right now? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. They are absolutely ready to fight me. Okay, well... that seems like something we should shoot. Yep. Okay. So they have these guiding missiles that we can fire on. That's cool. We can defend against that. Let's see about maybe fighting back here a little bit. There we go. Oh boy. I definitely want to take out the big one. I think that taking down the big one is a good idea here. Support personnel member critically injured. Oh my goodness, they hit hard. Battle stations, please. They hit really hard. I did not anticipate that hitting so hard. There we go. All right, all right, all right. We got to take out that big one. It hits really tough. I don't know who these people are, but it sucks that we made new enemies. Or acolyte. This one's an acolyte. I mean, whoever it is, they're religious with the remnants, and they're not just autonomous machines this time. So maybe they can be reasoned with. Devout Jewel Dan. Oh, okay. So devout. This is the devout. Okay, that's who these guys are. This is the devout. Okay, well, we did win. Yeah, that was possible anyway. A member of Fedora's support personnel has been critically injured. Ship repairs will be slightly degraded until we return to Seleno. We probably should return to Seleno, but there's still just a couple of extra questions in this area, isn't there? And I don't know what that is. Not sure why that's getting me there, but we're going to head over to this rocky R1 here really quick. The markings on the Devout's ships are similar to those on the ships that destroyed Maya Station, but they seem to be orders of magnitude weaker in terms of combat strength. Oh, yeah, for sure. All right, there we go. No anomalies detected here. So there is a portal. That's what that is. It's the portal. I haven't gotten the key. Okay, so the flinger. That's the next thing to look at here. We're just going to use it really quick, see where it goes. And then if there is a wormhole on that side, we can use it to get back over to the station. But yeah, we do have some support crew injured. So 8 out of 10 is our support crew right now. And if I take a look, we're almost there. Almost able to get another XP for our crew. In our cargo area, we have Devout Jewel Databank. You can analyze that artifact. Long-term gravitational field analysis of a massive octahedral object reveals subtle differences in this region's void effect. Apparently, the Devout had been monitoring it for quite a while. We also have their Pilgrim databank. The archive describes attempt to extract the location of a redacted artifact from a group of Arcadian pilgrims. They were only able to piece together a confused reference to the beating heart of a dead star. Arcadians. Okay. I don't think we've met Arcadians yet, have we? I don't think so. So this flinger goes off in a direction that is not towards the medical delivery, but we're going to see where it goes. I want to be able to unlock something new, and if there is a wormhole over here, it would be nice to just use that to get back where we need to go. So we'll see if we can find one. We have a gas giant. There's another rocky thing there. Another oceanic planet down there. Obviously a white star. Yeah. Let's scan this desert really quick. All right. Let's send down the team. We are definitely going to need to go back to the station very soon, though. A lone pillar rises out of the desert sands. This material is incredibly hard, but interior monomolecular fibers allow it to flex under stress. The macro structure was probably reconfigurable. In short, nearly the perfect building material. No idea how it was made. So it says a lone pillar rises out of the desert sands. Analysis reveals it to be composed of a highly resilient composite. Deep scans show more structures buried beneath the sands, but too far, or far too deep to excavate. Interesting. So now we've advanced, and we're One of our people fully recovered there. Based on the prior studies, I think that might be the first example of late Fallen Empire architecture I've seen. I hope that we find more examples in comparison. Yeah, for sure. So I have another skill point, and I want to give somebody else the astroscience skill. And everybody's like ensign 3rd class and all that stuff. So I'm thinking, okay, so that gives us 6 points. Oh, that's excellent. Okay, cool. So we'll give you astroscience 1. We'll give anyone who doesn't have astroscience is going to get 1. There we go. And you too. So now we're going to just get more resources and stuff as we go. With everybody having at least 1 level in astroscience, I think is probably a good idea. And for this extra 2 points, let's get engineering skill. Where's engineering? Right here. Let's get engineering up 1. And I'm thinking xenoculture again. I think, Mr. Triton here, you're going to be a level 7. Because whenever we encounter, aliens, we encounter other races, I want to make sure that those encounters go as smooth as possible. So we're definitely going to give you the points, I think, there. Did that up your rank at all? Yeah, 2nd class now. Okay, cool. So everyone else is... oh, no, we do have... Mark Gleese is actually rated as a 2nd class now, too. Okay, excellent. All right, this oceanic planet. Let's see what this is. I know the video is getting pretty long here, so I'll probably split it into 2 for you. But I want to keep playing. So let's take the survey team down here. See what it is. An island archipelago is dotted with settlements that defy standard technological progression analysis. They have not achieved spaceflight or any flight beyond simple gliders, but they have other technologies only a few decades behind our own. Despite their lack of rocketry, they give the survey landers' arrival only modest attention. A representative of the local potentate greets the... I've never heard that word before. Greets the team. Via the translator, she explains that they have access to resources they know star travelers prize greatly and are happy to trade. While their monetary base is silver, they particularly need aluminum for their gliders, which is the primary form of transportation. All right, let's see their prices. So silver, but... oh, we can buy one of their gliders too. That's cool. All right, so they deal in silver. And I think what I can probably do here is get rid of some of my copper. I don't know if that's a good price, though. It would be nice to see that information, wouldn't it? And in fact, I think that's something we can research. Okay, tell you what, we're gonna leave for a second, and we'll come back over here because this is definitely a place that we can, obviously trade with. And we'll go ahead and examine these two. We're gonna find another flinger here. I'm really hoping that we can just kind of connect the dots here and find another wormhole pretty soon here. But we're going to come back here. And I want to get that upgrade, for that research upgrade, that allows me to see what the prices are relative to, the baseline or whatever. So I can tell whether or not what I'm trading is a good deal or not. I don't want to go ahead and sell a bunch of copper for 0.5 if I can, realistically get 0.6 or 0.7 somewhere else for it. I'd like to only deal in things that are actually a good deal. And there is research that allows me to do that. Let's go ahead and send a team down to Rocky R2 here. A heavy research ship has been stripped of its drives and buried as a makeshift bunker. Judging from the incursions of flora into the support systems, it has been unoccupied for some time. A full search of the space turns up nothing of value, although an interior wall of one of the cabins is covered in writing. Ensign Triton concludes that someone was working on translating a fragment from yet another language. Their most complete effort reads, Lab 3, Generation 3 clones. Capsule 30, stable, sterile, marker inserted. Capsule 109, stable, sterile, marker inserted. Capsule 228, near match to reference sample, live, marker inserted. Working on cloning, are we? Okay, okay. And then the flingers right here. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of keep doing this and moving around with flingers and stuff, trying to, again, find another wormhole. Yeah, and then Oceanic says survey incomplete. That's pretty much because we can trade with those guys. So we'll go from flinger to flinger here. This one actually takes us a pretty good distance. Wow. All the way over to this orange star over here. Ah, there is a wormhole gateway on this side. Let's go ahead and tag that up really quickly. It's really close to the flinger too. I like that. Let's go ahead and activate it. Boom. Now we can get back to the station really fast. I like it. Let's go ahead and scan this rock. And there's a reason to send the team down, so let's go ahead and do that. The wreckage of dozens of crafts show this valley was the site of a battle years ago. The most valuable materials have already been stripped away, but there are still some hard-to-access resources that the lander's mining equipment is able to extract. Ensign Cygnus Lee notes that the positioning suggests the defenders were protecting a particular area of low tactical value. We get 45 aluminum for this, and we can try Kepler over here. The modifier on observation gives us plus 15%. It says Kepler's modifier. So have the team search the area that Cygnus Lee identified. Plus 15% modifier gets us to 54%. The entrance to a narrow cave is hidden behind a rock. Outcropping that from more than a few meters away seems perfectly flush with a cliff wall. It seems the secret readout was well supplied. While most of the equipment was evacuated, along with whoever the inhabitants were, the cave had a small chirolite reactor. So we're going to get some additional chirolite for that. Very nice. Okay, and then we have the orange star, and then there's Rocky R1, and then, of course, the wormhole gateway. So why don't we go ahead, we'll go to Rocky R1, kind of clear that, and in case we see another one as we're traveling, which it doesn't seem to be the case. No, we're not. So we'll go to Rocky R1 here, and then we'll take the wormhole gateway and get back to our research, get our upgrade for market stuff, and get our crew to be 100% again. So Ensign Perks sets the lander down atop a high ridge with a commanding view and dramatic lighting. Most of the surrounding structure have fallen into decay, save for a large pyramid carved solid rock. The structure has another pyramid, right? The structure has an opening on one side facing the collapsing city. Inside is a gruesome sight. Hundreds of desiccated corpses have signs of both blunt trauma and kinetic weapon damage. Murals have been defaced with graffiti. False paths through the remnants' domain are false idols and will be washed in blood. The true paths are seen with devotion. All right, so the devout are here too. So I think the Red Raiders were the problem, and now the devout is definitely the problem, right? Ensign Rhea Biomed Insight. One of the corpses has a foreign object inside its digestive tract. You can dissect that corpse. So the individual apparently swallowed this object prior to their death. Rhea notes that given their anatomy, this would eventually have killed them without surgical intervention. So we acquired a kaleidoscope. Sorry, I got distracted by kaleidoscope and then just like I lost my place in the sentence. All right, cool. So kaleidoscope. I like kaleidoscopes. Those are always really interesting to look at. Let's analyze it, see if there's anything interesting about it. This device ingeniously stores fairly high density data in a crystalline structure. Shining a bright light through one end reveals a consistent binary pattern through the other with an error correction mechanism. Oddly, the data seems completely random. All right, seems completely random. All that means is we're just not smart enough to know what the pattern is, at least not yet. Or is everything really actually random? I don't know. Let's head back over to the station, and then we can report back here when it's time to go back. And we're gonna want to go over here, and then I think we're just gonna want to have to, you know, we're gonna have to hoof it ourselves to go this way because there's no flingers that go this direction, so we're gonna have to hoof it ourselves that direction. But we want to go here first. There we go, and we're back at the station. Now we don't have all the resources that we need to upgrade. Hang on, can I trade you? You followed me through here. Can I trade you? Actually, maybe these guys will tell me about the devout. Welcome again, Commander Pryor. Tell us what you have seen in your travels. What do you know about Whiskamug? The legendary Whiskamug? We have not had dealings with this entity. There are a variety of stories, but most are implausible at best. The most reliable information we have is that he is presently a trader, specifically a trader of weapon components. The prominence of these items is dubious, since he seldom seems to be in possession of complete systems. But if you are having trouble finding a tactical artifact for research purposes, his wares are apparently genuine, if exorbitantly priced. Aha. And we found a ring portal. What do you know about this technology? The academics of the Fallen Empire learned much about the remnants. For their quest to preserve knowledge, they were named heretics by the devout and purged from the galaxy. They used these portals to flee into the void and took the secret of their workings with them. Interesting. We've encountered a group who call themselves the Devout. What do you know about them? They are a fanatical religious group that formed in the very late Empire. They either flourished in the vacuum created by its fall, or their appearance triggered it. Both theories have some evidence to support it. Interacting with remnant artifacts, even the gateways, is forbidden by anyone but their own priests. Deep study of their mysteries is forbidden. We do not get along with them. Judging from the translator's effect readings, do not get along would be an understatement. I see. Their ships had markings similar to a vessel that easily destroyed one of our stations. Could it have been one of theirs? If the station was anything like your Seleno, that seems well beyond their known capabilities. Their strength lies more in quantity than quality. But we have heard reports that the Devout have made several recent discoveries that they are in the process of weaponizing. Suppose it's possible this ship is an advanced prototype of their new fleet. And if so, well, that is a terrifying development. Until now, they've been forced to rely on demagoguery and proselytizing to expand their sphere of influence. Well, I don't know if it's them, but yeah, if they have advanced that ship, then that's the main enemy to destroy, right? That's going to be like the boss group. So otherwise, it's somebody entirely, and that's still a mystery, and that's crazy if there's another. Yeah. What's a Starlance? Oh, it's a remnant artifact. Details are vague, but they apparently are quite massive and powerful. The earliest account we have found described them as taking the beating heart of the star and casting it into a jewel. Old Empire is frustratingly allegorical, but we would very much love to examine such an artifact. Is there anything else we can do for you? I am interested in trading, but again, I don't know the prices. So before we saw copper as 0.5, these guys are 0.43. So that's the thing. Like every time I go to trade, they're at different prices. So I would very much like to see, you know, which groups are offering me the best price for certain things before I start trading them. So I want to go back to the station. I want to get that skill. I think that skill is going to be really handy.